The member for Drumheller-Stettler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The opposition has been warning this government that their carbon tax, like their federal pals' plan, will do nothing to help emissions but continue to punish farmers and consumers. While it's long been maintained by this side that agriculture provides a carbon sink, a federal ministerial memo has now confirmed this. Minister, will your government stop your war on Alberta's farmers and roll back plans to increase the carbon tax January 1st?
That's only fair.
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the member for the question. In my travels across the province talking to producers, processors, importers, exporters, processors, they don't ask me about the carbon levy, about how the burden it is. They ask me what more they can do to do their part on the climate leadership policy. They believe it's the right thing to do, Mr. Speaker, as we do. Obviously, they do not. Thank you.
First supplemental.
Again, Mr. Speaker, given this recent federal memorandum, which I will happily table, shows that a carbon tax of $50 per tonne will cost the average farmer $3,700 per year in increased costs without any measurable lowering of emissions. In fact, the same document states that the Canadian agriculture is creating more economic activity without increasing its GHG emissions. Minister, do you have any internal briefing notes, memos, or research documents disproving this federal memo's findings? And if so, would you table them in this House?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very proud of this government's climate leadership policy. It also extends to the agriculture community. The agriculture community is looking for those incentives to be able to do their part for the climate leadership, to do their part to lower emissions, to do their part to diversify this economy. When you lower your emissions, when you take advantage of the climate leadership plan, you also grow economically, Mr. Speaker. Our farmers know that, and I'm assuming that eventually this side also will clue into that fact. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Second supplement.
Given this memorandum also discusses a regional disparity between East and West, these ag input costs are primarily due to the different sources of electricity available to farmers. Farmers in Alberta are punished financially because of the abundance of fossil fuels. Minister, will you admit that your carbon tax is more about punishing Albertans for certain geological realities and your negative ideological slants rather than actually reducing pollution?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The facts of